Y'all ready to get educated about startups this morning? Good, good. Well, thank y'all for coming out. My name is Jordan Carlisle. I'm the Director of Entrepreneurship at the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce. And welcome to 1 Million Cups. How many of you are new to 1 Million Cups? Awesome, awesome. Real quick, let's see, what's your name?
Kay Chambers. I'm with THV 11. Because I went to the mixer last night.
Let's get back here real quick. What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Kyle, and what do I do for a living? I own a coffee company in Conway.
Why'd you come today?
Because I love the startup and entrepreneur community. I'm just trying to plug myself in a little more.
Cool. Thank y'all. Well, I'm glad to hear that y'all are getting plugged in. How many people have been to 1 Million Cups 5 times? Awesome. How many people have been 10 times? How many have been more than 30 times? That's amazing. All right, Lou, tell me, why have you been involved with 1 Million Cups?
I'm not supposed to say because I'm unemployed, right? Because I love startups and like the energy and like to see what's going on.
Cool. So for those of you who have not been here, this is a weekly event where every single week we have entrepreneurs come and tell their stories. And through that experience, we're able to learn about what it's like to go through their business experience. What are the unique things that they have to face with their type of business model or their idea? What are the market opportunities for them? How have they realized that this idea was a good idea? Why are they passionate about it? And who are they solving this problem for? And what do we have to look forward to in the future to help celebrate with them in our community? And we believe by doing this, by allowing these entrepreneurs to come and tell their stories and empathizing with them, we're building an amazing community. And the whole emphasis and the thesis behind 1 Million Cups is that if we can share 1 million cups of coffee with each other, we can fundamentally change our entrepreneurial ecosystem, because when people share coffee with each other and sit down and have drinks and can get comfortable sharing their ideas, that's when the magic happens. That's when you learn new things, when you think of new ideas. And really, the genesis story of so many amazing companies happened over whether it was a cup of coffee or whether if it was drinks after work. And it was that intimate experience and really understanding why that person's passionate. We couldn't do this, though, without amazing support in the community and also outside of the community from the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce, allowing me to work on this as an employee, and also just supporting it through media and promotion. The Venture Center and the Tech Park for giving us an amazing space, particularly the Venture Center for giving us helping hands. Jessica is capturing the moment right now, and we got Steve who's helping us live broadcast this to all the folks who might not be able to make it this morning. And also our amazing organizers, Susie Cowan with Legends of Arkansas, Mike Steely with Sparkable, and Nicholas Norfolk. If he was here, you'd be seeing him standing over here, but he wouldn't be looking at you because he'd be tweeting. And his company is called CDOS Media, and they do social media really well, particularly events. And that brings up a good point. This is also about building our digital community. So we like to use hashtag 1MCLR. And if you pay attention to that, and also at 1 Million Cups Little Rock or 1 Million Cups LR, you'll see the live stream of thoughts and ideas coming out of this presentation today that will help us learn and help us be inspired, but also help promote the entrepreneurs who are coming to present today. Also, last but not least, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the Coffin Foundation for allowing us the charter for this program. We are one of 72 plus cities around the country and internationally that is afforded the opportunity to have this program. And it's been an amazing experience, and we know that it makes an impact. And so we're so thankful to be a part of it. But it also puts us in the ranks with all those other cities, so that if you are an entrepreneur that has a scalable startup and you want to get in front of an audience around the country, they make it super easy to get plugged in those other communities after you've been a presenter in your own community. So if you kind of want to go on a road show, if you have a new app idea that you really want to get it in front of a lot of people, it's a great way to do it. We actually have one of our first Passport program participants in the room this morning, Glenna Cook with Notables. When are you going to be going up to Kansas? June 24th of June. Glenna is going to be making her way up to Kansas City and presenting her company, Notables, which is really amazing because she got so much support here locally, and she's been a great participant in the community here, but she's about to go to Kansas City and be able to get plugged in, and their audience is 300 plus a week. And so that's an amazing amount of exposure. And then the connections that are going to be made from there, probably, countless, and who knows where they're going to go from there. So we're really thankful that we can do this here. For those of you who are new, I know I give this spiel every single week, but it's important because we need you guys to help spread the good word about how awesome this program is. All right, that's enough about how all this works. I'm going to let you guys get to what you're waiting for today. And we're going to welcome Bjorn Simmons up, and he's going to tell us about Wyzerr and what they got going on. Bjorn?
All right. Make sure I'm connected here. Can everybody hear me well? Yep. All right. It's pulling up, man. Okay. Well, as Jordan announced, my name is Bjorn Simmons, and I'm here to present Wyzerr to you. It does me great pleasure to be here today because I'm actually from Little Rock. And we didn't start our company here in Little Rock. We actually started our company in Syracuse, New York last summer in a venture accelerator called Start Fast. And we travel all over the nation presenting our company to at South by Southwest, from LA to North Carolina to New York, all the way down to Miami. And we haven't come home yet. So this is our first time presenting our startup company here. And my co-founder, Stedman Harper, who's also from Pine Bluff and went to the University of Arkansas with myself, is here with me. So there's a great pleasure to come down and get some hometown support. And we hope we can really spark some interest about our company Wyzerr with you throughout our presentation. So with no further ado, we got a short video presentation, then we'll get into our pitch. All right, Wyzerr, how was your experience? Now, right, just about show of hands, can anybody kind of get an idea of what we do just from that video presentation? Not really, so well, that's why I'm here. So what Wyzerr has done is we've written, that's the YouTube. All right, that wasn't part of the presentation, but YouTube autoplay. So look, technology at its finest. All right, so we are, techies here, so we know how technology can get away from us at times. But what do? Wyzerr has reinvented the way businesses can collect, analyze, and generate feedback from their customers. We're a consumer insights platform. And what we want to do is focus on point of sale interaction with every business customer. It is our vision that every business can be a Wyzerr business. Every customer can be a Wyzerr customer using our platform. So my name is Bjorn Simmons. Thank you to 1 Million Cuts for allowing us to be here, and we'll go through this right now. Okay. Current methods to capture customer feedback suck. We all know that. Every time you go to Starbucks, Subway, you get a printed out receipt that asks you to go and take a survey, and maybe you'll get a 5% promotion, 10% promotion, or maybe a free coffee on your next visit. The problem is the pain point is that those surveys are too long, they're cumbersome, and they're boring, completely boring. We found that the completion rate for a survey in modern times is less than 4%. Not the participation rate. Many people go in and engage, but they don't complete it. So you're not getting that honest feedback. And the bad thing is that these businesses are using that data to mold and scope their business operations, but they're not getting honest data from their real customers, their true customers. So Wyzerr has identified that problem, and we're here to fix it. Changes here. This is what a Wyzerr survey looks like. So using our point of sale platform, we can ping a survey, gamified survey using our data bubble technology, and what we've what we call our questionnaires, is a smart form. No more surveys. We actually have a depth survey campaign that we're getting ready to start. We call our questionnaires are smart forms. They're backed by intelligent, they're powered by intelligent software. They also use point of sale interaction and are mobily optimized. So the point of Wyzerr is that we want to be able to touch you at that mobile phone that everybody has with them right here today. Mobile phone, everybody has a smartphone. I think the recent study says 85% of Americans have smartphones now. So we want to be able to touch you there because that way we can get that real honest data. This is actually a real example of a Subway campaign that we've designed, and this is our data bubble smart form. It's a drag and drop model, plug and play, and integrate into your current business system. Our secret sauce, smart technology. A smart technology is in the smartphones that we have designed. We've actually come up with 10 activities or smart forms that we use to capture data. With Wyzerr, you can capture data in seconds. Each Wyzerr survey should take less than 90 seconds to answer 25 to 30 questions that you would get in a normal survey that you use SurveyMonkey or Survey Gizmo for. What happens to the data? Wyzerr gives the business owner that data in real time. How do we do that? With our ultra-powered dashboard. Our dashboard is hyper-specific and uses data visualization tools to analyze the data as it comes in from the customer. So immediately after a customer participates or completes a Wyzerr survey, this dashboard updates in real time to show the business owner, the management, their business operations. Why do we do this? Because we want the business owner to tailor their business experience based on the data that they receive from their customers. If you look here, this is just a design of what we have. We try to use the same color tones for color visualization. Green will always be optimized or the best, run at the best quality. Red be bad. There's a simple tool. And we want to make Wyzerr, and we want to be able to make anybody a data scientist using Wyzerr's ultra-powered dashboard. Why now? The timing is perfect for engaging customers at the point of sale. Restaurants are doing it. You have Zios, who's integrated. If you've been to Chili's lately, they have the tablets at the tables where you can order. Hospitality is doing it for travel, hotels. Everything's going to a kiosk and a digital platform. And with Wyzerr, we can be able to integrate into those digital displays as well as with the mobile devices. Our competitors, of course, the survey companies, Survey Gizmo, SurveyMonkey, Qualtrics, just to name a few. But we differentiate ourselves because we're mobily optimized and we're also a gamified approach to collecting that same data that they use. They have a conventional approach, and it's our goal to be able to penetrate the market hard and quickly before everybody is able to catch on and design something similar to our product. Now, the secret sauce that we are introducing here today in Little Rock is that Wyzerr has pivoted his original business practices from a professional service operation to a SaaS model. So what does that mean? Our SaaS model allows you to go on, or allows business owner or anybody to go online and use our technology as far as to launch a campaign, to collect feedback, and launch their own surveys. Our pricing model is as such. $35 for a month for our basic small business package, basic package, which is more for like an independent groups, nonprofits, things like that. We also will have getting ready to offer a freemium model for social engagement. So for polling, fun polls, rankings, things like that, we want to offer a freemium model just to kind of generate some more exposure and then get those businesses to come in and use it. Like I said earlier, it's our goal that every business will be a Wyzerr business. We also offer a premium package. Our premium package has our customized deployment offering. By customized deployment, what I mean by that is we're trying to use things like iBeacon technology, the digital displays, kiosks, open Wi-Fi engagement, interaction, splash pages, and things like that. Our SaaS. This is what our SaaS models look like. We actually just finished working with General Assembly to design all this. We did a ton of research, and it took about 4 months to put this together. Much thanks to my guy Stedman here, who's our designer. But this is what our SaaS model will look like. The special thing about our SaaS model is that it's going to offer a Wyzerr, a survey wizard, and that survey wizard is going to give you the questions that you need that we have found are the best questions to optimize your experience. So for customer experience surveys, our Wyzerr will be able to supply that for each industry identified here: food, events, health, finance, hotels, retail, education, and government. This is just to name a few to get us started. Of course, there are other ways that we can implement this, but these are some industries we've already identified, we've already been in conversation with over the past year that we've been in operation. Oh, this is confidential too. So you guys are the first group to find out about our SaaS model and be able to see our SaaS offering. We also are working on being able to integrate it so we can build our own customer profiles using the data that we collect. We found that it has been identified as a pain point for people to give their demographics or their personal information while taking a survey. And so if we can use one-touch engagement, such as social media login or Google Plus, we'd be able to build those same consumer profiles that you would using other survey technology. Customer acquisition. How do we acquire our customers? Well, of course, I told you we travel all across the nation pitching at different events like this, and this generated a lot of interest for our company. We're actually getting ready to move to Cincinnati on Monday to go into another venture accelerator. I can't make the name publicly here, but it's going to be a great opportunity to take part in this top 10 venture accelerator in the nation. Some of our customer acquisition strategies: revenue sharing, social media campaigns, of course, content marketing, search engine optimization, direct calls and cold calls, and seminars and trade shows. Seminars and trade shows have been really great for us. We've actually generated too much demand to where it's time for us to be able to expand and grow our company. All right, the other secret sauce behind our company is our team. We have a team of rock stars, and each one of us are experienced entrepreneurs that have come together and focus and build this company. Natasha Malihalo, that's our CEO and programmer. Stedman, who's here today, is our designer. Basit, who's actually in Pakistan, is our data scientist and also our developer, and I'm the sales and marketing guy. I come from University of Arkansas. I just recently left a job from the Georgia House of Representatives. I've been working in politics for the last 3 years. I worked with Eddie Armstrong here. We actually did the Rock Our Vote campaign last year. And so I have a lot of sales and marketing experience. But see, he went to UCLA and he's a developer. He's one of those just computer whizzes, all right? Stedman also went to University of Arkansas, has a lot of experience as an entrepreneur and worked for Sam's Club and is a great designer. He can really design anything. The fun fact about Stedman is that Stedman has no training as a designer. He's done it all on his own. He's studied the internet like crazy and become a very, very talented designer for our team. And of course, Natasha worked for IBM. She has a lot of patent and law experience from her career. She also worked with Citrix and Samsung. Unfortunately, Natasha cannot be here today. She's already in Cincinnati getting ready for us to move in next week, but she sends our well wishes. Now, 1 Million Cups always asks us at the end, we know, what can they do for us? And so we added this to our pitch in preparation to let you know what we're looking for. We are ready to pilot our product. We spent a year researching, testing, and acquiring as much knowledge as we can in this space. And so we're really ready to pilot our product with some good quality companies and in order to penetrate the market as strong and as effectively as we want to. Of course, we've identified these industries that we really want to look into, as well as the travel industry, which has shown a lot of demand for our product. Other thing that we really want to get from or ask from 1 Million Cups or anybody here is Wyzerr wants to host an interactive studio. And what is this interactive studio? An interactive studio is a pop-up launch or a launch pad that we want to use to test products from businesses from across the region. Very similar to the setup of an Apple store or a Samsung store. Products all laid out, but they're not collecting any feedback. That's where Wyzerr will come in. We'll be able to set up our own digital displays to collect the feedback right there as the audience or participants are testing that product and give you that real-time analytics right back to the business owner. And we would love to launch that right here in the state of Arkansas. Well, that sums up the presentation. We also have a quick little video to show you just a little bit more about our team and some of the things we were able to do over the year. And then I'll open up for any questions. That was YouTube. Yep. Yeah! It's the YouTube video, autoplay. Yep.
When people see Wyzerr on their phone, they immediately understand that it's a fast, fun, easy platform to replace customer service. However, it was getting people to see it in the first place that was struggling. So we decided to pretend to be a city telegram company and targeted corporations that we felt needed to improve customer feedback. We went straight to their headquarters in New York City and got past security by saying we needed to deliver gift baskets and personally say to these executives. Once inside, the executives were told in order for us to be compensated, they needed to visit a unique link and rate our city. The link was actually a Wyzerr survey customized for their company. When people see Wyzerr on their phone.
All right. Well, that's my presentation. I'll open up for any questions. I'd like to invite Stedman to come up here and stand beside us just so he can help answer any questions that you guys may have.
All right, so who's got first question? Who's got a question?
So how do people know to download the app? Do they get an email from the company saying, hey, we want you to take the survey?
So right now we are actually not developing the app. We're using SDK technology to integrate in the current system. So for companies that already have an app, we can integrate into your app. We're also doing deployment as far as email and text message deployment, and also website intercept deployment to capture people as they log into your Wi-Fi.
And just to piggyback off what he said, our platform is completely web-based. So at the most basic form, a company, once they complete and are ready to start a campaign, they'll get a standard link that they can use to put on a receipt if that's what they choose, different things like that.
Oh, I'm Jennifer Shelton. I work for ASTA, and I also just started a small business food trailer. So like, from the food trailer perspective, I guess, what would you guys envision if we have customers coming up and ordering food? How would we, should we have like an email sign up and we could email them, or could we have like an iPad kiosk and say like, can you step over here really quick and fill out our 90-second survey? Or like, how do you envision that kind of flow of business?
Great question. The kiosk is very popular. What we found from just going across and talking to a lot of business, the kiosk is very popular. Being able to have a stationary kiosk right there that's strictly focused on collecting feedback is very popular, and that can really be a solution to your business. Also, if you collect any kind of data as far as a phone number or email, like you said, we can be able to blast that immediately to that customer. We're also working on trying to be able to integrate or partner with Square to be able to do the same thing. So one Square, if you use a Square for your business, we'll be able to use the information or the email that's supplied to Square to send that that smartphone, straight to your customer.
Hey, Mike Steele, great job on the presentation. Love the viral way you got it into the company there. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
A question on this, and I totally get making the forms easier. At what point do you end, I guess, and the company pick up in terms of incentives for someone to actually fill it out? Because even though it's easy to do, it doesn't necessarily mean you're still going to get that feedback from the customer.
I think one of the things we found in the last year of kind of researching it is that a lot of times incentives actually deter people from completing surveys. Because, you know, if you got, you know, take a survey and you win $500, a lot of people are like, I have no chance of winning $500. Or they never even actually get to see the person win. But one of the things that we are interested in building is we're interested in integrating with Apple Passbook, Google Wallet, different things like that. So as we reach customers at the point of sale and they give feedback, they're able to load their incentives right into their wallet to be able to use it as they pay the next time they come in.
And to add on to that, we've been testing our product without offering any incentive, just to show that we are offering a product and we can prove that we do what we say we do, as far as generating or increasing the participation rate and the completion rate for consumer insight and customer feedback. But if a company offers a promotion already with their survey platform, we'll be happy to integrate that or offer that as well, without them having to make any adjustments in that area.
Hi, my name's Corey Anderson. I work at the Winthrop Rockefeller Foundation. Talk about your applications for government and nonprofit and social services. How do you see this being helpful? Okay, so for social services and especially government is we want to be able to do polling, consumer polling, social polling. What we really want to focus on, we want our data to be is social data. We almost want to be able to create as far as our growth strategy, be able to create a social almanac just from Wyzerr data, populating all the current trends of modern times, as well as what the millennials like, what Generation X, Z likes, and things like that. But as far as government and nonprofit, of course, we can survey issues, but we really want to be able to offer a polling based platform for those entities.
Hey guys, great presentation. Lou McAllister, co-founder of Broadband Development Group. Quick question. You said that typically people answer the surveys about 4%. So by using Wyzerr, how much of an increase do you think you're going to get uptake in those? And explain the value proposition to the owner. How valuable is every increase in percentage point of uptake?
Well, what we've found is, like you said, it's very low engagement on current survey methods. With what we've been testing, we've seen a 83% completion rate. So once people get on the platform, they actually complete it because of the gamified, sense of taking a survey, the data bubbles, different things like that. So they're actually answering questions and not necessarily knowing that they're answering them. And as far as the value proposition for businesses, what we were really looking to do is increase the literacy behind being able to understand how to make decisions based on data that drive operational excellence. So a lot of people are not good with numbers or not good with graphs, and those are the things that you see a lot of right now. But by using a color-based platform that it promotes participation, you see, it's based off like a heat map. So you see yellow, you see red, you see green, you know that these are instantly problem areas that I need to pay attention to as a business owner, and it takes all the thinking out of it.
And to add on to that, like Stedman said, our surveys feel like games, and the idea is that each survey that we deploy is less than 90 seconds. So a game-like format taking less than 90 seconds, our completion rate has been extremely high in that aspect. As far as our value proposition, we've better business practices increase brand loyalty, and the big thing right now in marketing trend is net promoter score. Your net promoter score is just, of course, for people who don't know, it's just saying that I will refer your business to someone else. Well, if you have any customer that's having the best experience from your business, is going to not only be a loyal customer, but they'll be able to bring more people and increase your business. That information and being able to optimize your best business practices is almost invaluable.
Hey, Mike Steele again.
Yes, great question.
So you've been to one accelerator, you've been to Austin, done the South by thing, and now you're headed to a second one. can you give us, because I think a lot of people in this room would like to do something similar, at least one of them. Can you give us kind of the most valuable thing that you learned out of each one of those experiences, and also maybe the takeaway that you maybe didn't want to hear?
Okay. One thing I would say is stay the course. We just recently celebrated our 1-year anniversary on June 5th, and it was really a milestone for us because it has not been an easy process. Not getting to any of the places from going from New York to everywhere, it's not been an easy process at all. We've all had to drop our jobs. We all could go off and get a good job somewhere and go corporate and live a stable life. But it's one of those things where we're currently investing into ourselves to be able to experience our dreams in the near future. So it's definitely a sacrifice in that aspect. Oh, thank you. Another thing I would say is when you go to these competitions and you have a specific goal or direct ask in mind. I think that's one of the things that we weren't doing initially once we got started. We were going to different places. We weren't having a specific ask. We were going there and being swarmed in the environment and taking advantage of the opportunity, but weren't able to close that deal. And so that's what we're trying to do now. That's why we're coming here. We're starting back home. We're going to another accelerator because now we're really ready to close that deal. Stedman and myself, that was our first time getting into my first time getting into the tech space, going into the venture accelerator last year. So I'm a novice. You would say I was a novice, but I'm not anymore. So now it's being able to have that specific ask and not being scared to talk to anybody or rub shoulders with anybody, because when you're at South by Southwest and at these places, you're rubbing neck and neck with millionaires, other entrepreneurs, interns from the likes. And so you have to be able to expand your scope and be able to present and talk to anybody.
Other questions? We got time for a few more.
I'm not going to stop. So you guys being African-American business owners in the technology space in the South, can you talk a little bit about the challenges that you've had from that standpoint? And really, I've been involved in one startup that's led, by an African-American. I know there's been some, to some extent, of believability challenges and things. Can you talk about from a tech standpoint and just from a general business standpoint, what you've experienced and kind of how that's helped or hurt?
That's actually a great question. We've never been asked that question before. So thank you for asking that question, because it's a given to see that when we get in before anybody. And it's definitely a challenge because the doorkeepers are not just open, in that space. We've noticed that it's a lot of kind of relationship building, pretty much. And so we're starting brand new. A lot of people in here, even you, Mike, when we met, it was just initial relationship building and started and cultivating that relationship immediately without having that grassroots start, as far as growing up in the same community and same environment. We've all pivoted from a different job or a different place to be here, but now we're submerging ourselves in it. We love this tech space and like I say, walk from a lot of other opportunities to be here. But it's definitely a challenge. The intimidation factor is there once you walk into a room and you're the only African American there, and with Natasha, she's a female CEO, so it's not just African American, but we're a minority-based organization with a female CEO and African American males co-founders. So we're totally minority. So we look totally different from every other group that comes in, but we try to make sure that we come in and we present ourselves the best way possible every single time, to where they don't look at us or judge us by the color of our skin or by our gender or anything, or even our socioeconomic status, but they really judge us based on our product and what we're able to offer and sell.
And thank you. And just to piggyback off of that, like you said, we do have a really dynamic team. But what we found is, like, us being able to start, and go and travel off and actually be in different culture and different things like that in New York to build our company. What we found is it's really all about us mastering our craft. People are going to give us the opportunity to come in front of them, and it's come in front of them. And it's all about, what we're bringing to the table when we get the opportunity. So we're just trying to put ourselves in a position to be able to capitalize off of every opportunity that we get.
Very true.
Next question, Joe Calhoun Law Firm. About your SaaS model, I noticed there's like $35 a month for basic, and I can't remember how much it was for small business and so forth. A, is there a year-long contract, any contract involved? And B, from someone who doesn't have a retail space, so to speak, doesn't really have point of sale other than a website, would you just put a link on the website? Is that how it works to have a survey for website visitors?
So we can put a link on the website. Well, also if you collect any kind of data from your visitors, as far as email addresses to have people log in or subscribe to your page, we can also deploy a smart form to your customers that way. If you don't have, as far as the pricing model, we are offering contract. We really want to start with 3-month contract packages especially for our small business and our enterprise 6 months. That way we have a lasting running relationship, because we don't want you just to test our product and give up within 1 month. By us being such a new company and a new way of deploying surveys, we want to be able to develop that relationship and cultivate with your customers so that they know that it's an automatic option that's offered by your business. And in doing that, we want to be able to tag our businesses with our Wyzerr logo on your window to eventually, so when your consumers go in, as we continue to market and grow our business, to where every business that is a Wyzerr customer will see that tag. And so when a customer comes in, they know that they'll be able to engage with Wyzerr, and their data is going straight. The data they give back to their customers is going straight back to the CEOs and the business operators. Yes, ma'am.
I introduced myself this time. Bridget Ferris with Merger Match, also a female co-founder. So when you're talk a little bit about your beta customers that you're looking for. Are you looking for one of each kind of size in your financial offering there? Just talk about that.
You want it?
Well, as far as beta customers, we get a lot of interest from, $1 million companies or really big companies, but I think we want to have the time to work with companies who are not quite that big, but companies that may be in the process of seeing the value of data or getting feedback and don't really have an operation that's running and providing really good data for them to, make business decisions on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to focus on, the low-hanging fruit right now, if you will, to kind of get, continue to get our feet wet, continue to test and, do A/B testing with, even with the pricing or different things, the experience as a whole. So that's what we're kind of focusing on right now.
So how would we put somebody in touch with you to be a beta?
Just contact us at Wyzerr, info@wyzerr.com, or I'll give you a business card and you can contact me personally.
And of course our website too, www.wyzerr.com. You can contact us there. And I think piggyback off what Stedman said, we like I said earlier, we think every business can be a Wyzerr business. So we're not necessarily limiting our offering, but we want to be able to, we want to pilot with businesses that are going to understand that we are a startup and are going to be able to go through that trial and error process with us, so where we can optimize our product to where in 6 months to a year, we'll have the best in the premium product offering out there on the market.
Thank you.
Any last questions? This will be our last one.
My name's Sean. I live here in Little Rock. Can you tell me about your attrition rates or how sticky your patients have been to this point? I know you're just a year into the process, but do you have a feel for that yet?
I didn't quite hear.
How sticky are your customers, and what's your attrition rates? Okay. What do they look like? Do you have a feel for that yet?
Oh yeah, so we have a feel. We're getting a feel for it. Cheeseburger is probably been one of the longest relationships we've had. We pilot them straight out of Syracuse, and they aren't using our full product offering yet. They're using the simple survey that we done, but we still had that continued relationship. We actually just been in communication with them this week on trying to figure out a better way to analyze the data that we are collecting back from them. We also launched a campaign with Wyzerr Health. Wyzerr Health, which is a medical company, and in conversation with a couple big companies that we kind of can't name right now, but we would love to get a Walmart under our belt and start fostering a relationship like that, and even Axion to power our data analytics platform on our dashboard. We had been in conversation with IBM to try to get the IBM Watson to work with our dashboard for our intelligence platform to generate and help us with our Wyzerr. But we haven't had anybody walk away with us. I can't say that. Nobody has walked away from us. It's more so being waiting on us as a startup to flush out our product offering. Of course, that takes funding. And I think going back to the minority question, the hardest thing probably been for us is funding as a minority. I think it's one of those things that we really are now ready to, maybe not last year when we first getting started, but now we're really ready for somebody to bet on us because we've been in the market, we've been through the trenches and stuff like that. So we're really ready for somebody to bet on us and just at least try what we're able to execute on, because we're all executors on our team.
Yeah, and a lot of times, a lot of customers that we talk to, everywhere we go, people contact us, and people are ready to use Wyzerr right away. One of the things we found was by doing it as a professional service, we weren't able to give businesses what they really need. They want to be able to create their own surveys and administer them, whether it be within their ecosystem for their own employees.
Right.
What we were doing at first, where we were really hands-on, we had to go and create everything. What we found was a lot of people are ready to take the next step up where they can, take control of their whole experience for how they, provide it and launch their campaign.
Very true.
Glenna, did you have a question?
Yes, I'm one of these minorities. I'm not only a female, I'm older. But what I'd like to say, I'd like to compliment you.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
glad that people like you are out there. I've got a big question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you convince people that their feedback helps them? Because that's what feedback really is all about.
Mm-hmm.
You get that feedback and you get an honest feedback, you improve your product.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How are you going to do that one?
So what I like to say is we're leveraging the customer or the customer experience back on the customer. So by them providing that honest feedback, if they're going through and they're giving that honest feedback back to their business, that business responsibility to tailor their business experience, their practices back onto that data. So if you're a continued customer and you notice maybe at your local coffee shop that the coffee is continually cold at 10 o'clock, and you're a late starter in the morning, but you like to get your coffee around 10 a.m. And the business knows that and with Wyzerr data and Wyzerr insights, they should be able to tailor their business practice to attract you back as a customer. We also offer a rant and rave option with our platform, which is part of our premium package. The rant and rave is that qualitative data, so you can give a explicit comment back to the business, so where they can see almost like a iMessage text back to them on the dashboard to let them know exactly what the problem is from the consumer, and they should be able to attract it. And if you supply your information, we should be able to reach back out to you to make sure that we get that handled for you. Kind of take the Uber approach, if anybody's used Uber before.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what he said, we're really trying to make customer feedback or providing feedback for the end users a habit.
Yes.
Nobody really likes to do it now because the experience is so terrible. So by making, the platform fun, fast, easy, engaging, and making it dynamic and intuitive, we'll be able to actually get people to want to give feedback and make it a habit. As soon as I leave a business, let me give some feedback because I want a better experience next time I come in.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right, Bjorn, I know you were prepared for it, and you gave us your ask for the day. But let's remind everybody what is it that we can do as a community that can help Wyzerr leaving today. So how can we help you guys maybe today?
Of course, all the questions that you asked is so much appreciated. We appreciate you guys being here and kind of listen to our presentation. We're from Arkansas, so we want to generate some hometown support, and we didn't even know that this innovation boom was happening here. That's why we left the state, and so to see that there's being offering here, we want to be a part of that. So don't let us walk away from you and go out of state and not be able to have some kind of place here with you guys as this innovation boom continues to grow here in Little Rock and as well as Northwest Arkansas. So use us, contact us, let's start these relationships, let's start these partnerships. We want to work with you, honestly, we really do. And then the other thing, we really want to do our interactive studio. And so the interactive studio, what that'll do, any business that offer any kind of product and wants to test that, they can be able to utilize the Wyzerr Interactive Studio as a launch pad. Whether it's a beta product or official product that you're ready to launch, you can use our launch pad to come in and let consumers and test that product. And we want to try to foster different relationships with different satellite sites to do that, including Arkansas.
Right. Give it up for Bjorn and Steven.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. Best of luck up in Cincinnati.
Yes.
We're rooting for you, and maybe you guys can grow and then move back here. All right. Well, thank you all for coming out. Next week, let's see. I think we're still working out the schedule for next week, but we will have 1 million cups next week. And in the further future, we're going to have Spotlight come and present, which is a company that was acquired and is a startup, but is moving part of their team from Boulder, Colorado to downtown Little Rock. And so they're going to tell the story about how Little Rock is the right place for them because they're data analytics. And that'll be a really good one. That's happening July 1st, I believe. I think it's the first one in July. So mark that on your calendars and be in tune with the website and social media, and we'll let you know who's presenting next week. Thank you everyone for coming out. We've got coffee hot and ready for you. We want you to enjoy that and continue connecting with each other this morning. And if you'd like, if you can land grab space in the common areas in the Venture Center, in the Tech Park, you can feel free to co-work for however long you feel like it throughout the day. So thank you all for coming out, and we'll see y'all next week.